rocking chair.
Oh my God!
The chair's moving. Fuck. Driveway. What the? No, you gotta just chill.
On October 27, 2025, YouTuber Chris Baird and a friend traveled deep into a remote forest to investigate the infamous Skinwalker cabin, a location reachable only by dirt roads and cut off from cell service, surrounded by lakes and isolation. Almost immediately, their exploration took a disturbing turn as they documented strange shrines, unsettling reviews from past visitors, and reports of unexplained break-ins.
All right, guys, as you can see behind me, there's a cabin sitting there. This cabin is known as the Skinwalker cabin. We are in an area of the forest that people say skinwalkers reside. They see weird things. They see, get some weird answers. We just got buried in psychic. People report seeing actual skinwalkers, like tall beings, weird things that look like animals, half human, really weird things. Mimics, you'll hear your own voice being called. It'll sound just like you, but it's not you. A lot of weird stuff happens in this forest, and there's a lot of reason to believe that the owners know about it because they have some things behind us. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. We were actually here about 3 months ago. Apparently this is like a little memorial shrine, like for protection. They try to keep this negative energy away, but if you guys only knew the stories, people who have stayed here leave reviews about this place. Terrifying things. They hear doors slamming at nighttime. They actually have like reports of people breaking into the cabin, and they go check and there's nobody here. They'll come outside, they'll hear screams. There's a lot going on. We've actually been filming here for about an hour. Check out Jazz's video. Jazz is actually behind the camera tonight. I appreciate him for that. It just said hear me. Hear me 9. Let's just listen for a second. Nothing, we're good. There's no skinwalkers, we're fine. Yeah,
that's always good.
But yeah, tonight we're gonna push it a little bit. So last time we came here, I don't know if you guys remember, but we got freaked out and we left. We were kind of like almost trapped in that house. It felt like things were coming after us and attacking us. We closed all the blinds. There was a lot going on. It was a really weird night. Give it another try. You guys met some light goals. You guys wanted us to come back here. And we're...
To be fair, someone literally was outside the cabin.
We caught
her on camera.
We caught a picture of somebody literally outside, down at the bottom of the driveway. Don't know.
What the f is that? That was a tree knock.
That was a growl. Hello? Jazz always gets mad at me when I do this, but...
Oh my God.
That was a whistle back.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Dude, if I had a Big Mac right now, I don't think I'd ever complain again.
Dude. Hello?
Who do we keep hearing?
I saw something.
What'd you see?
I don't know, bro. I'm just seeing shadows. Maybe I'm just freaking out over my own shadow.
Oh.
Hello? All right, Chris, come on. We got this. We're big and strong.
Sure? We don't have to. We can just stay here.
No, we can do this.
We're in a trail right now, guys. Look at us. See?
No,
We're exploring trails.
Yeah.
Exploring with trails.
Come on. I'm trying to motorboat you.
Oh.
I mean, motivate you.
It's been so long. Now, I don't know why this would have been here. So there's like a, it feels like almost like a dock.
This?
But it's like collapsed.
Well,
but for what reason?
do you think it was maybe something for hunting? Do you think maybe it was something for...
Well, what are you going to shoot at? The fucking trees?
The skinwalkers.
Certainly, okay.
The skinwalkers, of course.
As night fell, they began hearing unidentifiable sounds, tree knocks, growls, whistles, and noticed shadows moving through the woods. What started as nervous curiosity escalated when the noises appeared to respond to their own actions, even mimicking their voices.
Chris, that's a tree knock. There's a stick right there. Do it back.
I was going to start clapping. All right, guys, we can do that too. Try to poke your eye out. Came from the water.
Okay. Yeah.
We got to find the water. Can you guys make this sound? I just heard you do it. Can you do it again? Breaking the fucking stick.
Oh my God!
Seeking refuge, they rushed into the cabin, believing the danger was outside, only to encounter even more frightening events within, including unexplained movements and sounds that suggested something was actively confronting them.
Where did you guys come from? Like, who summoned you? How did you get here? Okay.
Okay, so when were you summoned? Can you at least tell us that?
Yeah.
What the f was that?
The rocking chair.
Oh my God!
The chair's moving.
Chris, shut the f up.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Dude, I'm like frozen right now. I legit can't move right now.
I'm like getting dragged upstairs.
Chris?
Don't look at me, you just said. Where are you? In the back?
Remote locations like this can amplify fear, blending natural sounds with heightened anxiety. But the apparent intelligence behind the noises raises unsettling questions. Were these experiences the result of paranoia and the environment? Or did Chris and his friends stumble into a place where something truly did not want them there that night? On September 5th, 2020, YouTuber Phoenix set out to start an ASMR channel focused on recording forest trails and natural sounds. During his first outing, he wandered into a fenced-off section of woods where the barrier had been knocked down and heard a noise unlike anything he'd ever encountered in Michigan. Despite years of trail walking, the sound felt completely unfamiliar. Phoenix chose not to investigate further, later suggesting whatever made it sounded angry or in pain. Unexplained sounds in remote areas can have natural causes, but they can also trigger deep instinctive fear. Do you think he avoided a harmless animal, or something far more unsettling hidden in the woods? On February 4th, 2025, outdoor YouTuber Walter Zollner set out for a winter hike on the Appalachian Trail near Mincy Overlook, expecting quiet views and a routine trek.
All right, incredible view there from Mincy Overlook. We're going to go a bit further up the AT to get to the true summit of Mincy, and then we're going to turn around and I'm going to get a little further ahead, and I got to tell you about something that was very, very disturbing at the overlook up there. Really creepy.
While filming and talking to his audience, he began hearing movement in the brush behind him. Sounds he initially dismissed as small animals, something common during colder months when leaves amplify noise. As he continued, the sounds followed.
I want to get a little bit further up the trail, get some distance from the overlook before I put the camera down and talk to you about what just happened up there. Not the kind of thing you want to have happen on a beautiful day on a hike like this. Downright creepy stuff. All right, we are on top of Blue Mountain, the ridge that basically the Appalachian Trail follows this ridge all the way through Pennsylvania. And according to All Trails, there's one more little lookout here, Mincy South lookout. South is the direction I came from and the direction I live in. So I'm gonna sit down here and have a little talk with you about something.
When he finally looked closer, what he first assumed might be a bear revealed itself to be far more disturbing. A man dressed entirely in black, standing unnaturally still in a tree.
All right, guys. Now I'm sitting here at the Mincy South Overlook, about a quarter mile past the main overlook, which should have been the highlight of this whole hike. But I want to tell you what happened there because I wanted to get a little bit of distance from there. So when I got to the overlook there, I kept thinking that I heard like an animal moving around in the brush, a little bit up the hill, a little bit behind me, not too far. I thought it was a small animal because in the wintertime, a small animal like a squirrel or a rabbit can sound large when it's going through the leaves. But I didn't think too much of it because the view was really beautiful. And I went into that lower area. Then I went up a little bit further and I kept hearing it. And then I looked and I saw something dark and black. And I thought, oh, that could be a bear. That would be cool, you know. Weird to be seeing a bear in the daytime in early February, but the weather's been kind of weird. That would be awesome. And I'm looking and I start hearing like this music, like really like low bass, kind of like rhythmic, kind of creepy music. And I'm looking, and there's this guy, and he's like standing in a tree, all dressed in black, like this. Okay, this was creepy as shit. Okay, I'm telling you this. I'm not making this up. Now I'm in the middle of filming my video. I got really unnerved by this, but I kept taking my couple of pictures. I didn't stay there as long as I wanted to, but I never like kept them, you know, I kept my eyes in the back of my head, if you know what I'm saying. I kept I look on them. Now, I always carry this with me. It's just a 4-inch, you know, basic buck knife. It's got a sharp blade. I don't ever want to have to use anything like this, but I definitely was, you know, keeping it ready. What do you do when you come across a really, really creepy person out in the woods? It's a good question. It's a tough question. First of all, trust your instincts, trust your judgment. If you get a bad vibe from someone, then trust that vibe. Try to get away from them. Try to know where they are and try to move away. Now maybe he was just a kid, like a weird kid, and he was just, that's his spot. It's kind of a weird spot because it's one of the most popular places on the trail. The fact that he was just like sitting up in that tree and wasn't moving, and he was also smoking something. I could smell it. It had like a cherry flavor. I don't know if it was marijuana or tobacco or vape. But that's one of the creepiest things I've ever come across on a trail. Now here's the problem. I got to go back through there again to get back to my car. I don't know if he's still going to be there or not. In a way, I hope he is still there, so I know where he's at, so I can just go past there and move along. But as the day's getting later here, a lot more people are going to start coming up the trail and coming to that overlook. That's the point of doing this hike. But if I was a young woman by myself, I would have been downright scared. I wouldn't even have stayed there for a second. I probably would have turned around because I got major hair on my neck, bad vibes from that guy. And I could be wrong, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. And that's what you should be thinking too, like better be safe than sorry, and carry some kind of protection. If you're a woman hiking alone, carry pepper spray, bear spray. If you have a license to carry firearm, carry a firearm. You can carry in Pennsylvania. I don't know if you can carry in a national recreation area because this is technically federal land, but in most Pennsylvania, like state forests, I think. I'm not sure about state parks and campgrounds, maybe out on the trail, but carry some kind of weapon that you're comfortable with to protect yourself, and hopefully you'll never have to use it. And look, 99.9%, I'm going to turn around here, I'll walk past that spot, I'm going to stop and take another look at the overlook, and I'm going to be fine. But that was just really creepy, and I wanted to get distance away from that person. Whatever they were doing, it wasn't normal, and I had to share that with you.
The unease deepened when Walter noticed a low, rhythmic sound resembling music and caught the scent of smoke drifting through the air. Feeling exposed and unsettled, he cut his time at the overlook short, kept constant awareness of his surroundings, and moved away while remaining prepared to defend himself if needed. Encounters like this underline how unpredictable human behavior can feel far more threatening than wildlife, especially in isolated areas. Was this simply a harmless eccentric choosing a strange place to linger? Or did Walter's instincts push him to leave before the situation could escalate into something much worse on the trail? On December 8, 2017, YouTuber Creepy7 Paranormal began filming during a late-night walk near the woods in Oregon, only a short distance from his home. As the night grew quieter, strange sounds echoed from the darkness. Noises he immediately noticed were unlike the coyotes he was used to hearing in the area. The sounds carried a disturbing, almost human quality, resembling laughter drifting through the trees.
January 21st, about 11 p.m. I'm a couple hundred feet from my house, and you hear it going off in the background right now. Kind of sounds weird. Kind of sounds doggish, hyena-ish, but you can hear it going off in the background right now. It's really kind of strange, just to say the least. It's been going off for about 15-20 minutes so far by the fire station. And it's pretty crazy, so if you can listen, that'd be crazy. Hold on. It almost sounds like laughter. It's actually gotten closer since it started. It's probably only 200 feet, 300 feet from me right now. I don't know what it is or what that is going off right there. You can hear it. I mean, I've seen foxes and coyotes around here for a long time, and I'm not sure why, if foxes and coyotes have been around here that long, why we wouldn't have heard them before. And all of a sudden, since November, things have been just going crazy around our community.
And they continued for nearly 20 minutes, growing noticeably closer. Standing near a fire station around 11 p.m., he struggled to identify the source, noting that foxes and coyotes had lived there for years without ever producing anything like this.
Pretty sure my friend who's doing a documentary on Bigfoot will enjoy this footage. Gunshot. Somebody just shot over into the woods.
As tension built, a sharp noise resembling a gunshot rang out toward the woods, abruptly changing the tone of the encounter. Unexplained sounds at night can sometimes have natural explanations, but prolonged human-like noises and sudden gunfire suggest something far more unsettling may have been happening. Was this merely people behaving recklessly in the dark? Or did Creepy 7 unknowingly stumble into something far more dangerous that night? On August 16, 2018, YouTuber Exploring with Tom headed into what he described as a haunted forest in England to film a routine video. While recording, he noticed a figure resembling a clown standing motionless among the trees, an image so out of place it immediately raised alarm.
Mate, just chill, okay? Just chill. Ah, fuck my arm! Mate, just chill. I'll call the police or something, or the ambulance if you need help. Fuck this guy. This guy, man. Oh, fuck, what should I go to me? I offered to call the police and the ambulance, you didn't want me to. No, you gotta just chill. You've gotta just chill. Mate, back off. Don't know where to run to now.
As Tom tried to speak calmly and keep distance, the encounter grew tense and unpredictable, with the figure refusing help or intervention. Human figures behaving strangely in isolated woods can be far more unsettling than anything supernatural, blurring the line between prank, distress, and real danger. Was this someone in need of help, or a situation that could have turned violent if Tom hadn't backed away in time? In September 2024, YouTuber The Northwest Wind returned to an undisclosed jungle-like location for a stealth camping trip, despite a traumatic experience there months earlier, when his tent was destroyed during the night and he was chased out by unknown people. Viewer requests ultimately pushed him to revisit the site, hoping to replace those memories with a calmer outcome.
30 nights of my life, 1 complete month I have spent stealth camping for you in glory. We're back here tonight. Gonna attempt to stay the night here. Got a nice dinner to be prepared, something I've never tried before. Gonna sleep under the stars, and hopefully it'll go better than last time. So in the 8, 9, or 10 months since I posted this video, a ton of people here have asked me to come back and attempt to camp here once more. I really did not want to, nor do I want to be here right now at all. I figured a lot of people want to see it, so we're gonna give this a fair shake. Again, I'm not thrilled about it, not happy to be here. My goal was to come back, attempt to camp here, see what happens, cook some food, same thing as last time, and hopefully with a different result. It's also about 50 degrees warmer than last time, which makes things nice as well. So gonna get some gear unpacked here and kind of settle in, so to speak. Gonna be extra warm, no chance of rain, so we're gonna try and sleep under the stars tonight. So I feel like I'm being watched. Every direction that I look in is all completely forested. I just have no bearing or sense of what is actually beyond like my zone number 1, being like within 50 yards, everything I can see. Zone 2 would be like within a 3 to 5 minute walk. And then zone 3 is everything beyond. I feel kind of like claustrophobic.
From the moment he arrived, unease set in. Surrounded by dense vegetation, he described a constant feeling of being watched, along with a strange, unfamiliar odor in the air.
It's only just before 8 o'clock, still a little bit of sunlight left, but I just feel that feeling again. It's not as strong. I don't feel like, I don't know how to describe it. Just the vibe. There's a vibe here and I don't like it at all. There's also a very weird smell, not like rotting or like something's dead, but just like some kind of smell. I don't know what it is. It smells like a lot of vegetables, but not fresh. I don't know how to describe the smell. That was not here last time, and it's honestly kind of putrid. I'm not saying there's like a dead body over there or something, but there's definitely a smell here, and I noticed it right when I got back here, and it's kind of like getting stronger. Did you just hear someone yelling back there? Someone's yelling back there. I don't know how far away, reasonably close. There's people talking for sure, and I hear people walking too. Might not be easy to pick up on the camera, but not that far behind me. Hey! Hi! Someone's walking back in there now. I'm not like scared because I can just leave at any time, but someone's walking back in here now too. Someone's walking back super thick over there. Someone's walking back behind this over here. And now they just stopped. Hi! I hear somebody talking. And I am ready just in case. I have a knife. Where's my knife? I'm gonna pack my stuff up and just have it on my back. I'm not gonna go sprinting out of here like last time. I'm gonna hang tight for a little bit and just, I don't wanna do anything at the moment, but they came around there, like I said, and it sounds like they're right on the other side of this big thick stuff over here. They know I'm here. I'm very glad I didn't unpack my stuff because we're gonna satchel all this back together. Not dealing with this, not dealing with it, not dealing with this. Hi, hello, hi. Hi, I see you standing there. All right, they're closer than they were before. So, hi, just hanging out. This has been recording. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna stay tonight, boys and girls. Ah, okay. That guy was right, okay, let's go. All right, I'm out, see ya.
As night approached, unsettling noises followed. Voices, footsteps, and movement close enough to confirm he wasn't alone. When figures appeared nearby and seemed aware of his presence, he chose not to repeat his previous mistake. He packed up calmly and left the area before the situation escalated. Some viewers believe he stumbled into a hidden camp of people protecting their territory, while others suspect something more disturbing at play. Was this simply a human threat in the woods? Or did he narrowly avoid reliving an encounter that could have ended far worse this time? In February 2024, YouTuber Novice Wild Camper returned deep into his local forest for a hammock camping trip, revisiting the same spot he had previously fled after objects were mysteriously thrown at him. This time, he brought an infrared camera, hoping to better understand what had happened before. As night fell, the camera began revealing unsettling details.
And you can choose different versions of how you want to see it. So you can have white hot or different color combinations. So as night vision goggles would work, or thermal imaging. But you can also turn this and it will focus in on whatever you're looking at. Now ideally you should have it mounted on a tripod to keep it stable, just because it's better picture quality.
Something behind me. See, why is that log showing warm? Oh, he's back. What is that? What is that? Oh. There was another mouse eating something. So I keep seeing loads of mice and things dotted about. Nothing around there. Fuck is that? There's 2 fucking handprints. Just put my torch on. That wasn't there 2 seconds ago. I swear that wasn't there. There's 2. I keep seeing like a flash of light. It's like as the camera comes around, it disappears. See there? Look. Back to my hammock. That's freaked me out. That's hands. What the fuck's that behind it? Same moving behind the tree. Fuck. Fuck is that over there? Well, I've literally been sitting here for about the last hour in the pitch black, just using the thermal camera and watching. I've heard quite a few crash noises over to my right, and annoyingly that's where the trail cam is that connects to my phone, so I don't know if it's working. The other one points left, and those marks on the tree were in front of me, so they're on a big tree that's in front of the hammock. They're not there now. I just had a look at the thermal camera, so it's been considerably quieter here than last time. There's just been a couple of weird instances like that. The hand marks. There was something behind the tree that you could see moving, and I couldn't quite make it out. And if I put the torch on, everything just disappeared.
Warm spots on objects that shouldn't have been warm, fleeting movements behind trees, and what appeared to be fresh handprints on a nearby trunk that vanished moments later. Strange sounds echoed through the darkness, followed by flashes of movement that disappeared whenever he switched to a regular light. Infrared and thermal imaging can sometimes exaggerate natural heat signatures, but the timing and placement of what he captured felt deeply unsettling. Were these just animals and environmental effects confusing the equipment? Or did he unknowingly share the forest with someone or something watching him from the dark? In October 2025, YouTuber, Adventure Marksman headed into the mountains for what was supposed to be a routine elk hunting trip, using a retube elk call and making vocal calls himself throughout the hike. Instead of elk responses, he began hearing a series of unsettling sounds echoing back, high-pitched cries mixed with deeper, guttural noises that didn't match anything he expected.
don't know. It's time to go.
The strange audio quickly put him on edge and ultimately led him to leave the area. While many viewers immediately speculated about something unnatural, one experienced outdoorsman offered a grounded explanation, suggesting ravens, known for their wide and eerie vocal range, may have been gathered around a carcass, possibly alongside another large animal. Still, even that explanation left room for doubt, as some of the lower sounds didn't fully align with birds. In the wilderness, unusual sound combinations can signal feeding activity or danger. Was this simply nature sounding far stranger than usual? Or did adventure marksman make the right call by trusting his instincts and backing away before finding out the hard way? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.